everybody, how are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's having a good one. We are back here on the, I almost said Odium, on the Ozone Lite mod pack that we have right here. And we're doing a little bit of mycelium removal. Just trying to figure out the polite way to get rid of this stupid purple grass that has very little use other than making my life miserable. But we are here working on a handful of things. I kind of want to do some building today. Been in that building mood, been working on a little other hit and miss projects in other spots, but I'm kind of making this, trying to get this little peninsula right here. You can kind of see on the journey maps. Let me pull them up here. This little section right here. I have a plan for this. And that's what I kind of hope on getting built today. So I'm going to get all this grass, or this mycelium removed, get it all grassified. It's going to take me a little bit to get that there. And then I'm going to try and clean up some of this. But it's not going too well. I don't have, I may have to do some enchanting or something and get work on some, kind of want to bypass the basic enchanting, see if I can jump right into the more advanced stuff, upgrade my armor. I'm going to go to the dark steel armor right away and see what I can get around to. Come on, get out of the water. There you go. Let's see what I can make happen. But my first goal is to get rid of all of this mycelium. And that is what I'm going to be working on first and foremost. And then we will be working our way through and doing a little building, seeing where we're at on some of our see where we're at on some of our that didn't work out as planned. I forgot I was using a soap touch. Picking up all of this mycelium, and I don't have haste on this one yet. So I've been sort of saving that redstone up. I've got some uses for it here I'm going to be needing here soon. So that's the first thing we're going to be working on. Let's get this sort of sealed off here. As much of this grass grown as we can. But yeah, just sort of see where we're at on some of our quests and the like, and see what we can make happen. So let me get to digging. Let me get this all terraformed or de-cancer grassed, and once we get to that level, then I'll come back in a bit here and get to moving on a few things. Show you where we're at. Oops. There we go. I'm sure there's a way to. Just need to get this off of my toolbar. There we go. I think we're gonna have to go put haste on this thing and really get it up there a little bit. Let me getting to work on this. I'm sort of distracted by chasing and all the work that's gonna be coming here. And we'll come back and we'll get some building done. Like I said, I kind of really want to do that more than anything else. So I will be back with you here in just a bit. And welcome back. So, I have a question. Do you guys ever get tired of mycelium when you're sitting here working on a mushroom island? You just don't want to see mycelium anymore. I mean, I know that the overall goal here is for me to terraform this area, but sometimes you just get tired of this purple evil disease is the closest that I can think of it. So we have some work to do today, and I'm just wrecking this. All right. I love when you get down in the dirt with these haste, a little bit higher haste shovels. And yes, I know I could go get and make a excavator to do this much quicker, but part of this was also setting up the scene. So let's patch these holes real quick, and we are going to come and flatten this. I've got a plan for this area over here, I think. And we're going to go work on today's project. So I've been doing a little bit of grinding off camera, and one of the things that I did is I have decked myself out in dark armor. And that means I'm going to start heading towards getting the glider or getting a jetpack and all that other stuff before I go on to any of the creative flight things. But today's episode is working on this little patch over here. So let's go take a look at what I've been doing. This nice green patch. Like I said, I'm tired of all this purple evil stuff, so we're going to work on doing a little bit of building, a little bit of terraforming, and I basically want to make this into a little park. And I've got to get some of this sand and salt and gravel moved out a little bit. I like this as a little more dirt, less ocean and gravel and salt and all this other stuff that's here. And sort of turn this area right here. I'm going to turn this into a park, and I want to set up something that I can just sit here and watch the sunset. Okay, sunset. That means we're going to go sleep and go get to work here. So what we're going to do is we're going to be putting in some trees. I was initially thinking of maybe doing an orchard and get like get an apple tree in there, and I think I will and just let it grow, but I do want to do some custom trees as well. So let's dump that in there, and we are going to, oh yeah, let me show you this down here real quick. I've gotten all of these laid out, and you'll notice my levels are gone. I've also got myself a let's see here, is it control? Yeah, pick up a bunch of levels, put them back into the drum here, and I'm just letting the XP cow fill up this barrel here. It's doing a pretty good job. I've also got lava over here from our lava cow and the Enderium, and we've been doing a pretty good job here with our other cows, getting the iron and so forth. And the one that's getting me is this one right here, this Yellowronium blocks. I've got 804 of them. The cow is really putting out blocks, which is great, which means probably we're going to be doing the extreme reactors in the next one, and been doing some obsidian and the Libium or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. The purple blocks. So those are we're probably going to do the big reactor. I'm going to build a big reactor and get some power going. But today we just need some trees. Oh wow. Didn't realize I was that short on spruce. Yeah, I think we can use a stack. And is it 3 apples? Yeah. We are going to do an apple tree in there, I think. I think it'll add to it. I might do a cherry tree. Did I get cherries? I thought I did. Oh, we can do plums. I know I have plums. We'll do a plum tree. I thought I picked up cherries. And just do these trees over there. Alright, everybody yell if they see any of the cherries. Oh, we still gotta crack that. I think we'll take this chance cube, and we'll crack that here shortly, because I think I'm going to do a little bit shorter of an episode. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, let's make up these trees. Mostly because I just like the idea of having the different trees out there in this little area, and then we're going to do ourselves a custom one. So let's get this and put this out of our way. Notice I took off the boots and everything, but I've been going back and forth to them. So let's sleep real quick. And then we're going to do a little gardening, a little pathing. I may have to go make a shovel, because if I remember correctly, this tool right here, when you, instead of making a path block, plows the ground. Yep. And now I'm stuck. Stuck. Yeah, if you jump into a plowed or a field block like that, I'm waiting to see which one of these two. The evil purple stuff or our pretty green grass infects this little piece of dirt here. If you jump into a plowed block, you actually get stuck in it, which is really annoying. All right, so let's get a plum sapling. I think what I want to do is I want to put that right there. Get that to grow. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice, simple, basic. Yeah, and then I'm going to build a custom tree right here, and that's what we're going to spend most of our time on, I think. I'm going to put the custom tree. I'm going to put the custom tree right here, and it's going to be a bigger tree. We're going to do a nice big oak tree from there. Let's plant an apple sapling right here. Yeah, let's just do it right there. That's what we get for a tree. Oh, there we go. Nice. That works. And we're going to plant this cherry tree. Let's plant the cherry tree up here. There we go. That gives us some fruit trees, and now we got this one. All right, let's get the building here. So we're going to be building this tree up. And I want to build a big old oak tree. And what we're going to do is we're going to build out a nice couple leaves out over here in this direction. Oh, yeah, there you are. All right, and more over in this direction. There we go. All right, so what we want to do is we want to build up. So we're going to have a bunch of leaves up in here and a bunch of leaves up over here, right? So what that means is that this trunk has probably sort of steadied itself in this direction. You know what I never looked at? Does this pack have, let's swap those, the ability to chisel logs? No, it doesn't. I was hoping maybe it had the ability to chisel logs and get ourselves a with the bark in it already. There we go. And then this good old tree here. I'm sure we got some roots in here. They need to be filled in. Yeah, like that. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take down this piece right here. And probably do this. Come out like this. And do something like that. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that trunk. I'm liking that tree by itself there. Yeah, I'm thinking that will work well. All right. Okay, so now we got some leaves that need to get placed. And leaves just need to start filling them in. I learned this a while back. I primarily learned this when I was doing, if you guys have been around long enough, the zoo on the Wells Night Patreon server, the season 2. That's sort of where I started and worked on an entire zoo out there. Built a couple different biomes, brought in all the animals, a good chunk of the animals we got brought in. Did a little game area out there, all little interesting kind of things that we did out there. It was a lot of fun. But I had to do with some custom trees. And that was really, I really learned how to go and build trees. Let's put this in here. I need to get some scaffolding blocks. More than anything else right now. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that cherry tree, aren't I? Look at that. That cherry tree blocks. It sort of disappears in there. I wanted it. Yep, we're going to have to move the cherry tree. Oh, well. Not a big deal. All right, let's grab. Got some netherrack. Always a good, simple, basic scaffolding block. So that's one of the rules that I kind of do. I do it more in my head than anywhere else. As I'm scaffolding and so forth, I use a block that is opposite of the block that I am around, so I don't accidentally. Okay, there we go. All right, let's build this trip, and we'll figure out where we're going to put this cherry tree. Keep that in my inventory just so I remember to do it. It's opposite of whatever I'm around. So I wouldn't scaffold with dirt. I'll try to scaffold with something that wouldn't use an axe or use the dirt, or a shovel, one of those two. And the reason is it's just easier to unscaffold, as it were, take down the scaffolding and so forth, with a different tool. I do the same thing when I'm building my when I'm building around spawners and that kind of thing, and it's just a way of making sure that I don't accidentally break them. So, for example, let's say I'm a blaze spawner is a good example. I'm out building a blaze spawner and working on something along those lines. Need to swap that with this one. The blocks. Start a blaze spawner. I'll actually encase it in dirt, because a pick can get away from you pretty easily and might accidentally wipe out your spawner if you're not careful. I've actually done that. So when you're sort of done building all of your spawning platform and everything, and you accidentally wipe out your spawner as you're removing it, yeah, it caused me to basically quit there for a while when I did it the first time. But you know, I've found tricks and tips to keep me from doing anything like that again. I mean, I'm sure I will. It's the game. Every now and then you do something that's a little bit odd and crazy, and it comes back and gets you, and you learn ways to avoid it in the future. That's just the nature of the game. All right, so I'm kind of doing this a little bit sporadically here, sort of hiding in some of the leaves. I want to leave some of the trunk visible. I think that's a good touch, especially on these big old scraggly old trees that have been around for a while, that are, let's see, pop this down. There we go. All right, now I need to get under here. Oh, I need to eat. There we go. Yeah, like that. Put that one there. That one there. Let's see, that one right there. Yeah, there we go. I think I want this to come down a little bit. There we go. Just like that. All right, let's unsquare this side over here. Yeah. There we go. Just like that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Thinking I need a little bit more over here. I'm caught under something. There we go. Yeah, like that. Something there. Something there. Something there. All right, let's take a look. Yeah. Yep, I'm not liking these two. This has got to go. This has got to go. That's what I love about building trees. Is it's just a matter of putting them up there, taking a look at them, see what they look like, how they're coming together, and then adding some more or changing it, or maybe they didn't work together the way you needed them to. There's nothing wrong with changing it. That's really the cool thing about. Well, it's about the whole game. This game as a whole is that it's very simple to add and change and modify and just try something different. Let's see here. All right. Oops, fell in the water there. All right, so I think let me go sleep. Let me do this. Let me go sleep, take a gander at this, see if there's anything else we need to do with this tree. It actually doesn't look too bad. Let's scaffold up here real quick. I think we didn't do too bad on our first little pass. And that's the nice thing. Trees are never done. Yep, see, I need, oops, don't have it off defined. I need to do something right back over here to fill this in a little bit. So let me go sleep, let me finish this up, and I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. And yes, I will get that cherry tree put down. So I'll be back in a bit. All right, welcome back. So we're going to go put some finishing little touches on over here, but let's take a look at what we've done. I think we've made a lot of progress today. Really provided a nice place to come, relax, see the sun come up. Let's see, plant that there. And we're planting some extra flowers here, some extra colors, some things that are going to make it pop. Oh, I need to go get this. Let's run back and go take care of that real quick. I want this thing to be finished. I'm also stalling for time a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to get this done and finished in this episode. Definitely needed something. I've been in a little bit of a funk. Let's get a bunch of these hash slabs here. From recording, I started this probably middle of last week, right after the last episode, and just ran into a wall where didn't feel like recording. Nothing seemed to be going right. Just couldn't make any headway on anything, which was really frustrating. But it does happen. That's part of. There we go. Part of doing this kind of thing. So I knew I'd get over it, but it just took a little longer than I expected to get over it. And there. So let's go take a quick look at this. I really liked how this turned out. I got a couple of additional trees in here. Got ourselves a gooseberry tree. Planted our cherry tree right here. Have a nutmeg tree, and then we also have our plum tree and our apple tree. And I really like the idea of having these fruit trees just in this park area. I might put up almost like something that sort of forces you up and over. I wanted to come around, actually use this whole area. That's where the path comes over here. Sure, you could walk through here, but you're not supposed to walk on the grass. A nice little park area, and I set this up here. Nice bibliocraft chair, so I can just sit out here and enjoy the sunset. So that's what we've got. I really did enjoy this, but as always, we have one more thing to do. Let's go, and we're gonna take a chance on it. Probably going to turn these areas into sort of other park areas or something like that. Not really sure what I want to do. Oh, that really does look nice. Turn this into other park areas, but let's come over here. and open up a chance cube. Gotta be careful. There's lava right there. And hopefully I don't pull anything that's going to wreck this area. I'll be very disappointed. But that's the whole point of the chance cube. So, all right, let's take a look at it. String everywhere. I had enough string to begin with. Well, it's gonna take a little while to clean up. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. You guys are watching the other episodes that we're doing as well. It is a new month. That means a new hardcore challenge is coming out. Mine is probably gonna be a little bit late. It's been a really, like I said, been a real funky weekend, getting everything done. And the like, so yeah, be cleaning the string up for years to come. When I come back over here and do this build, I'm gonna find pieces of string is what's gonna happen. I can tell you that's gonna happen. Oh, look at this, it's everywhere. Oh, okay. As always, you can find me on Twitter at a wandering nerd. Please leave me comments down below. Always want to hear your feedback, how you think things are going, suggestions, ideas. Tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Love to hear that kind of feedback. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know it was a little talky, a little bit of buildy, but I think I had a little bit of fun doing it. Really kind of got over the funk on that as well. As always, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more like it. And as always, this is a wandering nerd punching string and more string.